ready? Good morning! Happy 6-month birthday! Yeah, you're 6 months old. What do you think of that? Oh, interesting. Okay. Really? That's your bear. I think we're gonna start solids today. What do you think? Nice. You faker. What are you doing? You're crazy. Yeah, you're crazy. What you doing? Oh my. She's been going through a screaming phase. And doing a fake cough. I don't know what that's about. You're crazy. What are you playing with? Huh? What are you playing with? You like the string? Cool. Details, right? Details. Good morning. I'm gonna be a little bit quiet just because Hazel is having her nap and sleep is finally happening in our little family. So I want to make sure that that continues to happen. It's been a hot minute since I have vlogged a decent amount during a single day. I usually just pick up the camera when Hazel's doing something cool and film that, so that's why sometimes the footage is like really choppy, but she is sleeping through the night now. Fingers crossed. I hope I didn't just jinx that. I can't tell you exactly how it happened. I could make a whole other video about all the things that I tried and all that went down when I started to become like intentional about getting her to sleep through the night. But I think the 3 things that are most important for Hazel at least are that she gets good sleep during the day, she gets a good amount of milk during the day, and a consistent bedtime routine. And then like also consistency in how I respond to her at night if she does wake up. So now she'll sleep from about like 7 to 7 or like 7:30 to 6 or 7 to 6, around that range. So that's like 10 hours, 10 or 11 hours she gets. And then she has 3 naps during the day ranging from about like 30 minutes to 2 hours at a time. And that has been what's working. She now eats 5 times a day and I basically only nurse her in the morning as soon as she wakes up, maybe one other time, and then I feed her from a bottle for the other like 3 or 4 feedings just because I know exactly how much she's getting and I really don't want to fall back into the nursing every 2 hours and then I'm feeding her all day and then that turns into the pattern at night as well. For Hazel, if she goes longer stretches during the day, then she'll go longer stretches at night. For some babies, you can top them off before you climb into bed like for the night and that'll help them sleep through the night, but that is not the case with Hazel. If I topped her up, she'll wake up in the next hour to feed again. So yeah, I had to do a lot of like trial and error for I think she's waking up. it was a lot of like trial and error, and I had to read a lot of different things and kind of just like talk to a bunch of people. I watched a lot of videos, blah blah blah. Like I said, I could make a whole other video on that. And I also think that she had a little bit of a sleep association with falling asleep at the breast, and I didn't really understand what a sleep association was until I watched a video about another mother whose baby experienced this. And I think that that may have been why it took so long to get her to sleep through the night again, because I used to nurse her until she fell asleep, or I would wake her and dream feed her. And I think when she would fall asleep on my breast, she would wake up in her crib and kind of like panic, because that's not where she fell asleep. So it wasn't exactly that like she always needed the breast to fall asleep, because I could put her down for a nap during the day and she would fall asleep in seconds without needing to nurse. But when she falls asleep as she's nursing and then you wake up in a different place, you're kind of like, what the heck? Like if I fell asleep one place and woke up somewhere else, I'd be like a little bit confused too. And then when she wakes up and panics and starts crying, then she wakes herself up. And so I think that was the biggest issue, because once I started feeding her while she was awake and making sure that all of her feedings were aware feedings, even if they were at night, it just slowly started to get better and better and better. So I would always make sure that she was awake, putting her down in her crib. And I knew this, like I had heard this before, but I didn't understand like exactly why that was so important. Anyway, long story short, she's in there. She's going through a screaming phase. I'm sure I'll get some footage of that. But anyway, so now I am much more well rested, so I can think clearer and I can edit videos that I am super behind on. But today she is officially 6 months old. I'm going to start baby-led weaning today. But she just woke up, so I'm gonna go grab her. Hi. She still needs to be swaddled. I tried to get her to sleep without being swaddled, and it was a big fat failure, and I just needed her to sleep through the night, period, so that I can recover from the last 2 months, and then we'll give sleeping unswaddled another shot. She usually gets one arm out, which is fine because it doesn't wake her up, so. But she cannot fall asleep unless she is swaddled. She'll just play with her pacifier, so don't really care about that for now. She also still sleeps in her DockATot. Don't really care about that either. The main thing is that we are sleeping, right? Because if you don't sleep, then you can't think straight during the day either. And you're grumpy. Yeah. You need your sleep. Right? Yep. She's been rolling from back to belly now for a while, right? But we haven't vlogged in a long time, so haven't gotten to see a lot of that yet. No, we haven't. She also thinks I'm hilarious. Right? You look like a little human today. You're wearing your jeans. They're a little bit big around her waist. I forget what I have said about her growth, but she's now in the 25th percentile. Hi. She was born in the 50th, and for a while she wasn't gaining in the 50th because of her reflux, but she's been growing in the 25th for the last 3 months, so it's all good. As long as you're growing on a curve, right? Yeah, you healthy. You a growing bean. You're a growing bean. She's also been doing these curls for a long time. She started doing it to try and look for me to see where I was, and now she just does it all the time. And everyone thinks it's so funny. Eyes are still blue. She's been teething like crazy. Can we see? You want to vlog? Okay. Can you show us your teeth? Can we see them? Of course you can't see them. None have come through the skin yet, but you can kind of see them starting to bulge at the front. Ooh, yeah. Party, party. Can I have some broccoli today? Broccoli! She's starting to understand hand motions, so when she wants to be picked up, she'll reach out to me, right? Yeah. She can't quite sit up yet, but we're working on it. She's not really very interested. Whoa, whoa! What happened? Really? Hi. Hi. She also loves to watch me eat, which is a sign that she's ready for food, right? Sitting like a little human, aren't ya? Mum. Nice. She loves to watch me eat. Bless you. Can you reach the cars? So Hazel has had her final nap, and I've made sweet potatoes and broccoli now for her first solid food. So we're gonna give that a go. I just feel like I have to disclose that I'm not a baby-led weaning expert. I literally just read the book, and I think it is a very good read if you're interested in knowing more about it. It answers a lot of common questions like, but what if they choke? It's definitely not anything what like the title sounds like. Basically, weaning just means like introducing solid foods, not like weaning off the breast. So I'll try and kind of explain things as I go, but it might need to be its own video. I obviously was a little weary of the whole like choking thing at first when I heard about it, but once I read the book, it explains that their gag reflex at 6 months old is a lot farther forward than that of an adult, and that actually works as like a safety mechanism to prevent them from choking. Gagging is completely normal, and they need to gag in order to get potential like choking threats out of their mouth before it actually blocks their airways. So gagging is normal and fine, and it's to be expected. I did brush up on my infant Heimlich maneuver and CPR, so just in case, but I'm not really too nervous about it. The book does a really good job at kind of just really settling those anxieties, so definitely read the book. Are you gonna have foods? Woohoo! You ready? I take that as a heck yes. Yeah, you excited, huh? You ready for sweet potato? Yeah? Look, Mama has to too. It's yummy. Hazel, try it. Yummy! Take a bite. Yeah, take a bite. You can. Tasty. Yeah, it's okay. You can do it. Oh, yummy. Delicious, huh? Here you go. There. Yeah. You okay? She doesn't seem to be too interested in trying the broccoli, which is interesting. She seems to be enjoying herself. She's very focused. There you go. It's okay. Yummy. Broccoli. The book says to resist pulling things out of their mouth because when you try to pull things out of their mouth, sometimes you can end up pushing it further back. You have to let them try and work out the food in their mouth. Their tongue will just naturally push it out. So says this book. What do you think? Just want to play now, huh? Having fun?